Hey, what's up everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys very much for taking time out to check it out. I appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet done so, because I would appreciate that as well. I very much appreciate all the love and support lately. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. And if you've been wanting to reach me on Twitter at @_Crapgamer, or you can reach me on Xbox Live MOH Crapgamer. I've been busting heads in Gears 4, having a blast. So if you guys want to play some Gears 4 multiplayer with me or Horde, hit me up and let's do this. Okay, I wanted to take a little bit of time because the media, the mainstream media. Now, when I say the media, there's two different kinds. There's like the smaller media, and then there's like the mainstream media. Mainstream media is like GameSpot, Eurogamer, Kotaku, IGN. Those are big media outlets. They rarely go against Sony. They rarely say anything negative about Sony for whatever reason. You know, call it fanboys or what have you, or maybe they like getting the clicks for money or what have you. But they're pushing the agenda of PlayStation VR in a big way, and even IGN in particular gave PlayStation VR an 8.5 out of 10, and then days later said, oh, well, yeah, but we did have this problem and this problem, but we didn't mention it in our review. So it begs the question, were they allowed to mention any of the negatives in the review? Because they really didn't. They just kind of glossed over a couple things like really fast, like in an instant. So here's this interesting article, and I'm going to link it in the description. You guys can check it out. 7 reasons not to buy a PlayStation VR, and these are sound reasons. Number 1, price. If you've been buying consumer tech products any span of time, you know that new technologies always start out in the expensive side and slowly come down, and they're 100% right. PlayStation VR, if you own nothing aside from a PlayStation 4, then even so you're still looking at spending probably around $600, $500 for the kit with the wands and the camera, plus tax, which brings it up to probably about $530 depending on where you live, and then if you want any kind of games, and then tax with that, so you're looking at around $600. Now if you don't own a PlayStation 4 as well, then that goes over to $1,000. That's expensive for that. Number 2, limited game library, which is more than right. Basically, no new thing launches without a lack of quality titles. In the PlayStation 4, you could even make a case that in the 3 years it's been out, it lacks quality titles. So imagine what the VR is doing. There's not a killer app. People are saying, well, there's rigs, which I guess, but there's the Batman thing, which I didn't get to try out because it wasn't up and running, but I would like to try those two eventually and hopefully have better luck with them. But overall, there's not much here that makes you say, oh man, I got to get that. Number 3 reason would be lack of big franchises, and this is true. There are a lack of big franchises. Maybe the Resident Evil one next year will help that out a bit, but obviously, are we ever going to see like an Uncharted or a God of War or anything like that, or a Call of Duty offer full-on? I don't see how they could offer full-on VR experiences. I think that we'll never see that, honestly. We might see like a Call of Duty thing, like a side thing or something, but no way would they ever put you in Call of Duty against other people. It just doesn't make sense. Number 4, potential for headaches and nausea. This is something that I can 100% relate to. It's something that happened to me. It could happen to you as well. It's something that kind of sucks, you know what I mean? I think it just depends on the person. If you're the type of person that gets sick at like 3D movies or maybe regular video games give you a headache after a certain amount of time, it could really be an issue. Number 5, it takes up a lot of space, which is true. And then you look at all these wires and things like this. You need a lot of room to actually activate this and use it, and the breakout box, which is like this box that's almost as big as your PS4, takes up a ton of space. So I mean, that could be a real issue as well. Number 6, jittery move controls, which is also an issue, right? Because the tracking just isn't where it needs to be for something like this to work, and that's exactly what's going to hamper this the most, I believe. And the reason why I think that is because that's what hampered the Kinect a lot. Remember, there wasn't true one-to-one. There was some jittery controls. There was flutter with the hands and things like that. So that could be a real issue. And the number 7 reason is being an early adopter always puts you at a disadvantage, which who could argue with that? Because look, you buy this thing, you spend $600 or $1,000 if you don't have a PS4 as well, and then a year and a half from now they come out with a better version that works better. I mean, they're already coming out with a better PS4, so they're obviously going to do the same thing with the VR, and it's not going to work out well for early adopters. It never does, no matter what it is. So it could be kind of a foolish thing to adopt into this thing early. So hopefully you guys see that, and I know I do. That's why I'm holding off. Although it does pique my interest a bit, I would like to try some more games. Just at this time, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off, comment, rate, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.